Dear students, my name is Debasmita Pani, lecturer in botany. So today I am going to tell you about some fundamentals of botany. So before going to botany, we need to know where botany comes from. Go to botany asti. Actually, botany is a branch of biology. So botany is a branch of biology. Then a question arises, what is biology then? So what is biology? So biology, so botany is a branch of biology. So biology is basically an ancient discipline of science. ताकू ancient discipline of science कहूची. काहे कि ताकू ancient discipline of science कहूची ना जदि हमें प्री हिस्टोरिक पीरियड जिबा और वैदिक पीरियड जिबा सेठी हमें जानिबा जे सेते बेले भी लोक चाहूतिले केमती अमर हेबे, केमती तांको लाइफ स्पान को इंक्रीज करिवे, केमती तांको इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम टा को इंक्रीज करिवे. सेही टाइम रे ए साइंस टा एराइज होईची. सेही टाइम रे आयुर्वेदिक और जड़ी बूटी जोड़ा सब एराइज होला जेमती कि तांको लाइफ स्पान को से माने इंक्रीज करि परिबे. बट द बायोलॉजी टर्म वाज नॉट एन एंशिएंट टर्म. टर्म टा एंशिएंट टर्म बिल्कुल भी नुहे. द टर्म वाज कॉइन्ड बाय Lamarck and Reinhold. Lamarck and Reinhold. These two scientists actually coined the term biology. So biology word, it's a combination of two Greek words. What is that? Now biology has two Greek words in it. One is bios, another one is logos. So bios means life, logos means to study. Bios means life and logos means to study. So basically it is a branch of science which deals with the study of life, or you can say it's a branch of science which deals with the study of living organisms and their characteristics. Then what is living organism? What is life? So living organisms have life within them. So there are basically in world there are two types of organisms are there. One is living organism, another one is non-living organisms. So how can we distinguish between a living organism and a non-living organism? आमे केमिति जानिबा कि को organism टा living, कोटा non-living. Suppose I am holding a marker right now, but I am telling that it's a non-living thing. मुझे को चीज़ है इटा non-living thing. So how I can distinguish that it's a non-living thing? So there are some characteristics by which we can easily distinguish between a living thing and between a non-living thing. So what are those characteristics? One by one I will explain all the characteristics. So there are major 7 characteristics that are found in living organisms. So what are they? So my first characteristics that was found in living organism is nutrition. So nutrition is the ability to take the food, or it's a process to intake the food. So on the basis of nutrition, organisms are divided into two types, or on the basis of mode of nutrition, organisms are divided into two types. What are they? Now two types of organisms are there. One is autotrophs. Another one is heterotrophs. So on the basis of mode of nutrition, two types of organisms are there. One is autotrophs, another one is heterotrophs. So autotrophs are the organisms which can prepare their own food. They can prepare their own food. heterotrophs are the organisms which cannot prepare their own food. They have to depend upon plants and other animals for their food. So they have to depend upon other plants and animals for their nutrition. For their nutrition, they have to depend upon other plants and animals. So how autotrophs can prepare their food? So they can prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. So autotrophs basically can prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. So what is that photosynthesis? So photosynthesis is a process by which plant or green plants can make their food. So what is that? How they can prepare their food? So plants take carbon dioxide from atmosphere, water from soil, and in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it produces the glucose or carbohydrate, huge amount of oxygen and some amount of water vapor. This is what photosynthesis, by which it converts light energy into chemical energy. Okay, so I am going to write down here the reaction of photosynthesis, that is 6CO2, 12H2O in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, or you can say light energy. It gives C6H12O6, that is glucose, oxygen and water vapor and some energy. So this reaction is known as this reaction is called photosynthesis, by which autotrophs can prepare their food. That's why autotrophs are also known as producer and heterotrophs are known as the consumers. Okay, so on the basis of nutrition, two types of organisms are there, autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs can prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. You can write down all these things in your note copy. It will be helpful for you. My next characteristics will be respiration. So respiration is a process of intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide, which leads to oxidization of food and release energy. So respiration process रे कौन हुए ना हमें ऑक्सीजन को नो और रिलीज करू कौन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से कौन हुए ना हमें जो ऑक्सीजन टा को इनटेक करू से हमर फूड मॉलिक्यूल जोटा अछि ग्लूकोज ताकू से ऑक्सीडाइज करिकी एनर्जी रिलीज करे. ओके, सो रेस्पिरेशन जनरली टेक्स प्लेस इन माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया ऑफ आवर सेल. से कोडी टेक हुए रेस्पिरेशन डा माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया रे हुए. So the energy which is produced during the respiration, that energy is known as ATP, adenosine triphosphate. That ATP is also known as power coin. ATP is also known as power coin. Though respiration takes place in mitochondria, जेहेतु respiration टा mitochondria रे होची cell रे, that's why mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse of cell. So mitochondria is known as the power house of cell. So this is all about respiration. My next characteristics will be excretion. So write it down. So excretion is the physiological process by which the waste product of body was released. तो आम बॉडी रो जो वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट गुड़ा से गुड़ा एक्सक्रीशन प्रोसेस रे आम बॉडी रो बाहर को जाए. Okay, so this is what excretion. There are excretory organs are responsible which do the excretion. Okay, then chipa sensitivity. Next one is sensitivity. So generally living organisms show response to external stimuli. So external stimuli को response हो करे कि ना living organisms. So what are those external stimuli? Like temperature, light, touch. These are the external stimuli which living organisms show some response. So this is what sensitivity. The next one will be the reproduction. So reproduction is the process by which individual produce its own kind. तांको भलिया न्यू ऑर्गेनिज्म जेतेले प्रोड्यूस करंती से प्रोसेस टा को हमें कहूछु रिप्रोडक्शन. रिप्रोडक्शन इज बेसिकली इज ऑफ टू टाइप. वन इज asexual reproduction, another one is sexual reproduction. So what is this asexual reproduction? It is asexual mode of reproduction. Now in the reproduction in which only one parent was involved, there is no gamete formation occurs. जोटी के गेमेट फॉर्मेशन होबा दरकार नहीं, गोटे सिंगल पेरेंट रू न्यू इंडिविजुअल्स माने फॉर्म हेबे. दैट टाइप ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन इज नोन एज asexual mode of reproduction. So what are the types of asexual mode of reproduction? There are several methods by which asexual reproduction was done. What are they? Budding, fission, fragmentation, vegetative propagation, sporulation. So these are the types of asexual reproduction. So this reproduction was done by whom? को माने asexual mode of reproduction करंती? Now mostly unicellular organisms and lower group of multicellular organisms. Mostly unicellular organisms and lower multicellular organisms they do this asexual mode of reproduction. So मैंने asexual mode of reproduction follow करंती. And what is sexual mode of reproduction? The type of reproduction in which two parents are involved. One is male parent, another one is female parent, or gametic fusion is there. Sex cells involved होती or gametic fusion, like male gamete, male, and female मेल गैमेट एंड फीमेल गैमेट फ्यूज होइकी दबो जाइगोट. So male gamete and female gamete get fused and form zygote, and this zygote will further develop into a new individual. So zygote ही further new individual ले convert होगा. So this is what reproduction. So write it down quickly. I am going to wipe it. Next one will be movement. Movement. So every living organism shows movement. So basically animals can move from one place to another place, but plants cannot move from one place to another place. They move their body parts to different direction. So every living organisms show the movement. Next characteristics will be growth. So growth is a positive change in size and mass over a period of time. So गोटे पर्टिकुलर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम रे जेतल तांको साइज और मास चेंज हुए सेटा को हमें कहबा ग्रोथ. सपोज गोटे मु एग्जांपल देबी, तमे तम छोट बड़र फोटो जदि काढी के देखिबो एल्बम, तमे जेमती देखाउतलो आज कोन सेमती देखाउछ, डिफरेंट तमर चेंज हेची, तम बॉडी चेंज हेची, साइज मास सब रे चेंज हेची. सो दिस इज व्हाट कॉल्ड ग्रोथ. So growth is a positive change in size and mass in over a period of time. But in case of animals, they grow up to a certain period of time. But in case of plants, they grow throughout their life. And in case of unicellular organisms, they have only single cell. They grow only by mass. But in case of multicellular organisms, they increase in size, in mass as well as in number of cells. So this is growth. So there are seven characteristics of living organisms by which we can easily identify between a living thing and a non-living things. So how we can remember these 7 characteristics? So there is a word that is Mrs. Grain. So by this word you can easily remember these 7 characteristics of living organisms. How? Now M for movement, R for reproduction, S for sensitivity, G for growth, R for respiration, E for excretion, N for nutrition. So these 7 characteristics you can remember by this word. Okay, so we can easily identify the living things and the non-living things. After that, a scientist came named Aristotle. He gave the basic structural detail of the biology. He told us that this living world consists of basically 2 things. One is plants and another one is animals. से कहले कि जो living world रे दीटा जिनस रोचे, गोटे हला plants और गोटे हला animals. So he gave the structural unit of plant as well as a structural unit of animals. And he wrote that in his book like Historia Animalum. Historia Animalum. This book was written by Aristotle. से बुक टाकू लिखिले जो थे कि से लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स उपरे जहाँ स्टडी करथिले ता उपरे ए बुक रे से लिखिले सी जेते बड़े लिविंग वर्ल्ड उपरे ए कांसेप्ट देले दैट लिविंग वर्ल्ड रे प्लांट्स अछंती आ एनिमल्स अछंती सी कोन कले एनिमल्स रो फिजियोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस मूवमेंट तार टाइप्स ताकू स्टडी करिवारे लागिले तांकर स्टूडेंट जे थिले थियोफ्रास्टस सी कोन कले प्लांट रो मूवमेंट टाइप स्ट्रक्चर को स्टडी करिवा को लागिले देन a concept arises that biology is has two main branches, that is one is botany, another one is zoology. Okay, and Theophrastus wrote about plant in his book that is Historia Plantarum. And this book was written by Theophrastus. Theophrastus wrote about plants in his book Historia Plantarum. And again he told that biology has two branches. One is botany and another one is zoology. So what is botany? Then what is zoology? Here a question arises. So botany is the branch of biology that deals with the study of plant. So it's a branch of biology that deals with the study of plants. And here zoology is the branch of biology that deals with the study of animals. So deals with the study of animals. So though I told you that Theophrastus wrote this book Historia Plantarum से लिखिथिले से बुकटा और से प्लांट्स ऊपर ए बुक रे सब लिखचंती that's why Theophrastus is known as father of botany. So it's a very important question that who is known as father of botany. So Theophrastus is known as father of botany. Then Aristotle, though Aristotle gave the concept about living world, so he was known as father of zoology. Aristotle is known as father of biology and father of zoology. So Aristotle is known as father of biology as well as father of zoology, and Theophrastus is known as father of botany. So wrote it down, who is father of biology and zoology and who is father of botany. So in 2000 BC to 3000 BC there गोटे कॉन्सेप्ट आसला जे लिविंग वर्ल्ड रे दीटा साइंस एग्जिस्ट करछन्ती गोटे हला प्लांट साइंस अनदर वन इज एनिमल साइंस बट इन 1674 there was a new discipline arise in biology. So what was that? So जो new discipline आसला कौन सेटा तो there was a scientist named Anton von Leeuwenhoek. So there was a scientist named Anton von Leeuwenhoek. So he discovered microscope. So Anton von Leeuwenhoek, who discovered microscope, he first time saw microbes like bacteria and protozoa in the gum of teeth, rainwater. So first कौन देखले किछिटा microbes देखले जो gum teeth gum रे आउ rainwater रे. So he told us that there are some other organisms are also there which we cannot see through our naked eye. So the concept about living world was changed at that time. तो जो आमे जो भाबुतलु जे लिविंग वर्ल्ड टा ओनली प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स रे सीमित अछि, सेमती नाही. सेठी there was a type of organisms which we cannot see through our naked eye, but still they are existing in this living world. So what are they? They are microbes. Okay, so at that time a new discipline was added in biology, that was microbiology. Microbiology is also a branch of biology that deals with study of microbes. सो से कौन कहले जते माइक्रोब्स गोटे से कहले माइक्रोब्स अच्छे जो मैंने कि खाली आखिर आम देखी पारानी, आमको कौन दरकार ना माइक्रोस्कोप दरकार को देखा कहीं बिकॉज माइक्रोब्स आर वेरी स्मॉल इन साइज. ओके, जिते पर्यंत एंटन वन लियोनहुक माइक्रोस्कोप डिस्कवर करी नथिले सेते जगह आमे चिंता करूथुलु कि लिविंग वर्ल्ड रे दीटा ही जिनस एक्जिस्ट करछोंती, गोटे हला प्लांट आ गोटे होचोंती एनिमल. बट से जेतेबेले माइक्रोस्कोप डिस्कवर करले ही टोल्ड अस दैट लिविंग वर्ल्ड इज नॉट लिमिटेड अप टू प्लांट एंड एनिमल्स. देयर इज अ समथिंग that is found everywhere in this world, that is omnipresent, means present in air, water, land, soil, rock, even in the living organism body. Living organism body like in plant body, animal body re bhi microbes mane present rochandi, but we cannot see them through our naked eye. ame tanku khali akhi re dekhi pariba nahi. So I told you that living organisms are present within plant body and animal body. So there is an interesting thing I am going to tell you, that our human body is made up of about 40 trillion of body cells. 40 trillion body cell ru theory, but the total number of cell in human body is about 100 trillion of cell. So what are about the 60 trillion cell? जदि आम बॉडी 40 trillion body cell रू तैयारी, but आम बॉडी रे 100 trillion cells अछंती, so बाकी 60 trillion cell कौन ना? those 60 trillion cells are these microbes. So बाकी 60 trillion cells होचंती आमर microbes. So why they are in our body? से माने कहीं के आम बॉडी रे अछंती? So because microbes regulate our metabolic activities. आम बॉडी रे जो metabolic activities होची ताकू regulate के करची ना microbes माने regulate करचंती. Okay, if we remove those microbes then we cannot exist. आमे जदि भाबिबा आमे remove कर दबा then आमे exist करिबा नाही. Those microbes are very much essential for this living world. They also act as like a decomposer in the ecosystem. So माने decomposer भलिया भी काम करंती. बुझि पारलो? So these are the microbes. They are very much essential for living world. So biology has mainly 3 branches. One is botany, zoology and microbiology. So this botany, that word comes from a Greek word that is botany. This Greek word. So botany word ru botany word asichi. Botany word means what? Na herb or small plant. Herb or small plant. So these are the branches of biology. In botany we are going to study about the plant physiological process, anatomy, morphology, histology, all the things we will read in this botany part. So in next class we will study about the different branches of botany.